Will Team USA regret not having Jaylen Brown on this roster?
Regret? No, they're gonna. I mean, they're gonna get gold. So I don't. There's nothing to regret there.
All right.
It just seems like everyone's trying so hard to break these motherfucking Celtics up. Right? I mean, from the Eastern Conference Finals to the Eastern Conference semifinals, it seemed like they were trying to put these two against each other. That shit didn't work. Now you got Jaylen Brown being snubbed for a teammate, right? It just seems like it's like you could have picked somebody else, man. It is at least 100 more candidates. So to pull a dude's teammate, knowing damn well the response you got was the normal response. Like, whoa, what we doing here? I don't even think he thought about like,
it was
shit, my teammate.
That it was
like,
you didn't pick me.
Yeah, it was just like, whoa, this is what we doing here?
Audacity, I dare you.
I know he looked at it like, oh shit, damn, that's my bad.
I mean, it's because the future is bright for Boston, though.
Huh?
Like, the future is bright for Boston because
is.
they can see Boston. Because Boston could really run off two more.
USA basketball dropped the ball, man. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but they're trying to drop Boston, too, because, I feel like Boston has a chance to go back-to-back. Like, to me, the way their team is set up,
They got a chance.
So it's like, Boston got the most championships right now, and it's like, you know how it is,
just
bro.
planting them seeds and...
But no, like you said, he reached out to the dude. But no, like you said, they could have picked anybody else, man. To pick this man's teammate, that's a fucking slap in the face. That's disrespectful.
And listen.
Let's
like Embiid leaves, and they're like, all right, Al Horford.
They picked
Eraserhead.
They picked Eraserhead.
No, but just imagine. Let's say they do sit and beat back, and they're like, all right, we're gonna pick Al Horford. Can you just imagine? Take his phone, baby girl. He gonna be on suicide watch. That's like, trust me, man.
No,
I get it.
Yeah, they dropped the ball, man. Like like he got we were saying that he got snubbed for all NBA, right? Then you get snubbed. Yeah, this is disrespectful.
Especially because you would think he was the hottest man right now. He's the hottest man right now.
Yeah.
Right, Finals MVP, champ. Eastern Conference, semifinals MVP. Like he is supposed to be like you're supposed to be moving this.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, just come off a championship. Yeah, they missed the mark.
They're trying to prove a point.
Elephant in the room.
But what's the point that you're trying to prove?
Let me tell you.
Because whatever point you're trying to prove, now everybody's gonna look at it like, okay, well, I gotta act this way just to be on USA.
They probably negotiating with him.
No,
and he ain't signed his deal yet.
Nah, hell no.
1,000%.
Let's go back to COVID. Jaylen Brown sided with Kyrie Irving and spoke out against Nike dropping Kyrie. Nike dropped Kyrie after the post. Jaylen Brown didn't like that. I think he was the president of the Players Association at the time.
Still is.
Yeah, so he was obligated to speak out about what Nike did and why they did it. He didn't like it. He was wearing Kobe's at the time.
I think vice president MVP.
So he started covering up his Kobe's.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Right? So it's a lot of things that's been happening since then. So them not picking Kyrie up after he vouched for Kyrie and said, like, we need to sit down and talk to Nike about what just happened because y'all dropped Kyrie because he posted something on Twitter. It's crazy. Then he comes and gets his 300 and something million and got on this mic and said, I'm bringing Black Wall Street to Boston. That's crazy.
That's a bar.
It's crazy.
No, that's a bar.
Right?
That's
and
hard.
then
That's
in the
hard.
middle of them having one of the best seasons that they've had since they've had the band together, they come out with this whole marketing. He ain't marketable. He ain't this. He ain't that. Right before the playoffs really started to take off. And
So that's where the ignorant shit came.
create the narrative.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Narrative had been painted. Then he goes out and wins the MVP for the Eastern Conference. Then he wins the actually MVP. Then they actually win the chat. And y'all still ain't got no love for me?
He low-key on some Kobe shit.
Yeah.
Right?
He owns some a lot of shit. And we know it's the shoe thing. Like Gil always said, it's like if it ain't Adidas or Nike, it's up in the air. And he ain't represented by either.
All right, so I'm gonna ask y'all this.
Yeah,
he in the middle, and they don't like that. That's why they picked Derek.
What's so funny? It's probably they've been negotiating with him, and he ain't.
Yeah, he ain't budging.
So all right, so let me ask y'all this:
So
Anthony Edwards,
gonna
being
keep
who he
fucking
is,
him?
right? Like Anthony, who he is. So you don't ever think they will ever push Anthony Edwards to be the guy for
Not in USA basketball.
Not in USA basketball.
So okay, so what's the reason to play USA basketball then?
To represent the country.
Like is it that important anymore now? Because if you're talking about a shoe, so if I sign with a shoe that's not Nike,
that's what they do. So look, it's just like
I'm just trying to figure it out.
No, it's just like anything, man. Like I think like there's just certain things. There's just certain things that it should be grouped, right? Like it shouldn't just be dominated by one, because what ends up happening is obviously is going to be jaded. Just know we've seen it with the McDonald's game, right? NIL kicked in and some of these kids are Nikes and they're like, well, y'all gonna have to wear Adidas, and Nike's like, no. So you have a big fight between like what's gonna happen here, right? So think about USA basketball, right? USA basketball is Nike. So think about Adidas kids. So now they got to leave Adidas teams, play with Nike teams, so they can potentially get invited.
Get into
because they feel they're going to be screwed.
Fans, yeah.
Now, let's say you Nike, you want to be called to the McDonald's All-American game. I gotta go ahead and switch back to Adidas, right? So there's these different roles that I don't like the handicap, because kids are really making decisions
based on that. Yeah.
Based on, if I want to play USA basketball, I got to be Nike. If I want to play, McDonald's, I got to be Adidas, and that shouldn't be a thought process at this age. Same thing with USA basketball, right? If you an Adidas guy, y'all are basically begging Nike.
Yeah.
You're begging them to put you on team. Other than that, they're not looking at you.
And it's a family thing.
Right? Or you got to be the best player. So there's not going to be ever a time where Nike holds it and they're going to be like, all right, we're going to have Ant-Man. We're going to have...
Kawhi.
Who?
New Balance Kawhi.
No. Like Ant-Man, you're not going to have like an Ant-Man, Trae Young, and a Dame. You're not going to have all three. They're not going to do that.
Okay. Too many Adidas guys.
You're not, or any. It's just going to be, if there's 12 players, you might have 3 outside shoes. It's going to be one of each.
One of each, yeah.
Like it is now.
Yeah,
so
like
that's up,
Okay, so knowing that.
That's the way it is now.
All right, so knowing that, so we should take the shoe programs out of it. Like the shoe sponsor, it should be sponsored by something else.
Outside
like an outside sponsor, or it could be a bank. It could be.
I mean, there's a lot of money outside shoe companies that could sponsor. Right. You know what I mean?
Just to be fair, because now it's like, okay, well, shit. If your kid come up or my kids come up and they not signing Nike, it's like, well, don't even look to USA basketball unless you're blatantly just. Best.
Unless you Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to be really like, But yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Just the guys who we naming that's not Nike.
Fair, but that's not fair, though.
But we talk about the family aspect, right?
MVP,
talk about you and Sonny, right? How Sonny was. That's like changing families. You would have to change from Adidas to Nike just to get here.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was with
George
Ravel and all of them. You got to change your whole family system.
But that's what I said, unless you're like even somebody like LeBron, right? LeBron was Adidas growing up.
Yeah.
No,
he was
growing up. Dropped the ball with him.
And they caught him on his senior year, and he's been Nike, right? Mm-hmm. But why kids having to make these fucking decisions, man? And that's why I said it shouldn't be.
And they're too young.
It shouldn't. You shouldn't have them talking about the loyalty. It should be, all this should be combined. Like whatever, if this is USA basketball, it should be a combined, all the shoe companies, they put in a certain amount and they all sponsor something different, right? You're letting one person hold it, because it's a trickle effect, especially like when Coach K was coaching a team. I don't even know how college basketball allowed that. I don't know. I thought that would have been a conflict of interest.
It is.
Right?
Okay.
You have the guy who's on USA basketball. He's the coach. He coaches at Duke. If anybody noticed, that's when he started getting all his one and dones, when he got that label.
Okay.
Because now, hey, what's up, son? Right? You know what I mean? Coach Duke, when you get to the league, I'm going to be your coach of USA basketball. Come on through. It's easy to pull. It's easy to pull that.
Bronny would have went to Duke if Coach K didn't retire.
Okay.
Brian had already said that. Like, I would love my son to go to Duke. And that was that alliance and a relationship they formed over USA.
I think it's just so unfair. Like, this is why this whole AAU circuit bullshit with the shoe companies, I hate it, because you're taking kids and you're making them make a decision that they're not ready for. Like, oh shit, well, if you don't go here, you got. It's like, bro, just let me play basketball.
Yeah.
Let my game, let my talent, what I do between the lines, get me to where I gotta get to. Now I gotta sign here just to feel like I'm great. Like, my game is, I'm nice. Like, why I gotta sign with this shoe program to be like, okay, now you could be on the USA team? That's some bullshit.
Right.
Like, that is bullshit. And that's unfair to any kid that work hard. Like, bro, what? I gotta sign to Nike just to get on the USA team.
Yeah.
Fuck the USA team then.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it.
I miss the old
Fuck
days
it.
when all the teams would play together in the tournaments. But the problem is,
You remember that?
when you go back and look at that, you always wonder now, like, were these dudes paying off refs? Was there some shady shit going on?
But you'd rather have all the Nikes, Adidas, the Reebok.
Yeah.
They're playing and see who's the best.
Oh,
Like,
who's
if we
the
was
best
the
out
Adidas
of
team and we #1, we're never playing against the Nike
Never.
team
Never.
to see who that is. So it's
Never.
like, I don't even get the kids don't even get to play against the best competition anymore.
Not until
Because if there's like Braun, right? But Zion was what? What was Zion and was he Adidas?
yeah,
With
Yeah.
that crew with Ja.
he wasn't Nike.
Yeah,
Was
he's
he
right
Nike?
now though, right?
Because
Zion?
he didn't get to play against half the country because the other half of the country is Nike. So now he got to go like a Jordan Classic where Jordan Classic is neutral.
Yeah,
It's like Jordan Classic became the neutral site for all the top talent.
That's why I fuck with D Rose. D Rose senior year, they were Nike. They went to they came and played in the big time against us. A Nike team came to a Reebok tournament and was like, no, we want to play against the best competition.
Yeah,
And that's, I mean, what
Like-
it should be if we really trying to improve
but I
American
guess
basketball.
when it
stay at the
has
top.
to
I
do
love
with money,
D-Rose.
man, them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about what we talk about.
I mean,
Like you know what I mean? It's like, especially like McDonald's. McDonald's problem is the contract that they signed, that language is old language. Right? It's old language. Right? This is 20-some years of when they put this out. So there's no NILs. Right? There's no NIL language. So when you got NILs and you signed to a shoe company, that didn't exist. That idea didn't exist. So they're sitting back like, well, hold on. We have a sponsor. This sponsor says you must wear this. And they're like, well, my contract says I got to wear these. There's no language like USA Basketball and says your Adidas shoes can be allowed on this stage because there's language in there. There's no language on high school stuff that stops the kids from doing that. So, if you had a Nike school and you have a NIL shoe deal, your school is sitting there like, you can't wear those. We would lose our contract.
got you.
Because you have these shoes. So there has to be some adjustment moving forward in the next couple of years.
Good luck.
You said good luck.
So,